What is up, everyone? Welcome into the video. My name is Jonathan Messer, host of Booby Sports Show. In this video, we're going to be doing a quick prediction of the Oregon-Indiana game. Now, this game is the Chick-Fil-A Peach Bowl down in Atlanta, played in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It's a fun one. All right, let's get right into it. It's a pretty cool matchup because we already saw it in Eugene earlier this year. Indiana went into Eugene. It's a game I predicted Oregon to win. I don't think many people really knew how good Indiana was at the time, and Indiana went in there and stomped them. I know the score didn't really show that, but Indiana only won by 10. I say only, it's still a two-possession game, but it wasn't. It was obviously relatively close in score, but Indiana went in there and just controlled the game the whole time. It wasn't really ever in doubt, in my opinion. I think there was a point where Oregon went up by two possessions, but it was kind of the Ole Miss Georgia game feeling where it was like, Indiana's been controlling this game. It doesn't seem like it's going to last, and it didn't. But let's hop into the past two performances by these teams. Oregon played Texas Tech. Dante Moore was 26 for 33, 234 yards, and he had a pick, no touchdowns. Jordan Davison was the leading rusher, not too many yards, 15 carries, 42 yards. He did have two touchdowns, though. And Jamari Johnson was 4 receptions for 66 yards. If you look at those totals, it doesn't seem like a great win. But then you look and you see, wow, okay, they were +3 on turnovers. They had 4 turnovers, and many of them came in Texas Tech's territory. That's why they had great field position all game. They didn't necessarily have to drive the field, so the stats are a little bit skewed there. But they dominated Texas Tech. They won 23-0. Defense was unbelievable. Offense, they left for a little bit to be desired, but didn't play horrible. Indiana just stomped Alabama. Wasn't even close. They won 38-3. Just horrible. What a horrible game. Obviously not by Indiana. Mendoza was 14 for 16, 192 yards. He had 3 touchdowns. Just had, pretty much just playing point guard all game. Kalen Black had 15 carries, 99 yards and a touchdown. And Roman Hemby had 18 carries, 89 yards and a touchdown. Just utter domination on the ground. I believe Charlie Becker was their leading receiver. 2 receptions, 37 yards, 2 touchdowns, I believe, or a touchdown. They didn't really have to pass the ball. Now, against Oregon, you will, because Oregon's much better in the run. Alabama's just too inconsistent all year. But that's how that game went. Let's tap into some of these teams. I've already mentioned some guys for Oregon, but other guys to look out for are Malik Benson, obviously DeCorian Moore, and Kenyon Sadiq is the absolute wild card. He's one of the most athletic freaks I've ever seen in my life. Unbelievable football player. Didn't have a huge game against Texas Tech. Didn't really have to. But he came up big, like the diving catch on 4th down in the first quarter. Great catch. That's the type of stuff he can do. Usually their number one guy in the backfield is Noah Whittington. They didn't really have to churn the run out. Look for him to be a bigger player in this game, although Indiana has a great run defense. We'll talk about that. On defense for Oregon, it's really just, we all know who it is. Tatum Tuioti, he's just great off the edge. He's been one of the best pass rushers in college football this year. Mateo Uiagalelei is great at the second level. They just got guys. I believe I talked about it in the game I predicted for them to beat Texas Tech. They just got guys at every level. Really good football team. They're 22nd against the run. Not elite, but very, very good. That's really good. And they're second against the pass, mainly because of how good they are about getting to the passer. Whenever you have a pass rush, it's much easier to play coverage, and they do a good job at that. Indiana, offensively, like I said, I mentioned some guys. You got the Heisman Trophy winner back there in Fernando Mendoza. Really good quarterback. He's one of those guys who's a game manager at heart, but can make plays. He's a playmaker. He's really, really good. He can go win you games. I've already mentioned the backfield tandem in Keelan Black and Roman Hemby, probably the best running back duo all year this year. They're running behind a very good offensive line. Might be the best offensive line in college football. Just great run game. And, Mendoza can go get a few yards too. He's really good in the run game subjectively. He only does it when he has to. You're not going to see too many designed runs, but he can go get it for you. Outside, they got Elijah Surratt, Charlie Becker, Omar Cooper. Charlie Becker's kind of come on towards the end of the year. Local guy, Father Ryan guy out of Nashville. Elijah Surratt and Omar Cooper's kind of been the two duo. It's been the duo for them all year. They've been great. Defensively, Stephen Daly was really not missed. He's their best guy on defense, but it really wasn't an issue against Alabama. I feel like Oregon could probably expose that a little more just because of Alabama's inconsistencies, but nonetheless, that's just a good team, and they rise to the occasion. They're third against the run, so Oregon, they didn't really have to drive the field. I think some of their numbers against Texas Tech are skewed. I think they ran the ball decently. Can they run the ball in Indiana? That's a big question. They're 21st against the pass. So these teams are very similar prospects on defense. Oregon's 22nd against the run. Indiana's third against the run. Oregon's second against the pass. Indiana's 21st against the pass. So they're both really good. Kind of a flip on where they're absolutely elite, but they're very good in both spots. Let's get into some of the things I think will be keys in this game. Which quarterback makes more plays? Dante Moore and Fernando Mendoza, other than Pavia and Sayin, have probably been the two best quarterbacks in the league or in the nation this year. They're both top four. I guess you could say Mendoza's number one. You can put Dante Moore anywhere else in those, wherever you want to rank him there with those other two. Who's going to make more plays for their team? Mendoza does it when it has to be done. I think that's why he got the Heisman, especially being on the best team in the nation. Dante Moore, playmaker. He can put the ball anywhere. Unbelievable. In tight windows, doesn't matter. Can Oregon run the ball? Like I said, I think some of the numbers are skewed. I think they ran the ball decently against Texas Tech. Texas Tech had the number one run defense coming into this, so obviously, you're not just going to be able to rip off 300 yards against them running the ball or 200, but it's supplementing. Can you supplement the pass with the run? Can you get 4 yards on first down? On 3rd and 2, can you get the first down? On 2nd and 7, can you run a draw and get a few yards? That's what it is, staying ahead of the chains. Is Oregon going to be able to do it, or is Indiana going to stop them up? It'll be good to see. Can Oregon's pass rush get home against possibly the best offensive line in college football? Like I mentioned, Mateo Uiagalelei and Tatum Tuioti, two guys, really, really good. Can they get home? And that kind of plays into my next key, who wins up front? And I know I get kind of repetitive and redundant when I say it, but it's honestly the key to these big-time football games. When you have two heavyweight just fighters coming in and you have a big heavyweight matchup, whoever wins up front usually wins the game. And then lastly, the turnover battle. I have a feeling that one turnover could win or lose this game for a team. It's just that slim of a margin. If either of these teams is +2 in the turnover battle, I'd probably predict them to win just because of how tight the margins are here. Okay, let's get into the betting here. Indiana's favored by 3.5. So at Oregon, it'd be a pick 'em. At Indiana, be -6.5. Same situation with the game last night, Miami and Ole Miss. Indiana is -164 in the money line. Oregon is +138, and the over/under is 49.5. I'll be honest with you guys. I haven't made my mind up. I'm about to make my mind up right now. I'm going to take Indiana just because I've seen them do it before. They went into Eugene and won. I literally just made my mind up on the spot. I think Oregon's that good. Oregon can 100% win this game. I just think Indiana has a guy back there at quarterback who just makes the on-time plays, makes a few more plays and gets them done. It's going to be as tight as it gets. I'm so excited for this game. It's going to be so fun. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe to help grow this channel. Enjoy your day of football. Enjoy this game. Thank you so much. Jesus saves. God bless.